Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Amene maganizo anu si maganizo athu, malingaliro anu si malingaliro athu. Inu Yehova pamene mwasegula chiseko palibenso munthu angathe kuseka, komanso pamene Mulungu mwasankha munthu palibe munthu angathenso kukaniza. Chifukwa inu ndi Mulungu wamphamvu zonse, amene mmayankhula kupyolera mwa anthu anu, komanso amene mwayankhula pa Malawi kupyolera mwa anthu anu a dziko la Malawi pa nthawi imene amavota. Ndi pemphero lathu mu dzina la Yesu Khristu kuti ni munyengo imeneyi pamene tili kuyembekezera ku zoweruza zolengeza kuti wawina ndani, tikuyamikani chifukwa mwationesera kale kupyolera mu zimene zikulusidwa kuti Profesa Arthur Peter Mutharika ndi amene mwatipasa kuti akhale mtsogoleri wa dziko la Malawi. Ndi pemphero lathu mu dzina la Yesu Khristu kuti iwo amene alephera mukalimbikitsa mitima kuti asakaderenso nkhawa, uku sikutha kwa moyo, sikutha kwa ziko, nthawi yawo ikubweranso kubwerako kuti atha kuzachesanso kuzochita bwino. Koma munyengo imeneyi Yehova, chifukwa cha program imeneyi tipemphera kuti mukatipasa mtendere, mukatipasa bata mu dziko la Malawi kuti zonse komanso kusintha kwa mphamvu kukachitike mwa dongosolo lanu. Tapemphera zimenezi mu dzina la Mbuye wathu Yesu Khristu amene ali Mbuye ndi Mpulumutsi wa moyo wathu. Amen.
Haleluya. Zikomo kwambiri Honorable Malani Ntonga chifukwa cha pemphero labwino. Poyambirira press briefing yathu ya lero akupanga chair ndi director of elections akuchipani chathu cha DPP komanso ni ma partners amenewa ndi Honorable Jean Matanga. Koma ndingopanga be introduction kuti muziwe ku high table kuyambira kumapeto kweni uko kumeneko ndikakutchulani muzimika mkono. Tili ndi Honorable Christopher Mzomera Ngwira amene ali regional governor wa chipani cha DPP ku Northern Region. Pachiwiripo tili ndi Honorable Jeremiah Pomea amene ali a Secretary General ALEF. Komanso ndi ma members ndaona simunabwere nokha ALEF, ndi ma members ena ndakuonani nonse takulandirani. Tili ndi Honorable Ernest Kanyenda amene ali Administrative Secretary ku NDP. Komanso ndaona simunabwere nokha nonse NDP takulandirani. Next to him pali Honorable Wallace Chiume amene ali Chief of Staff ku Afford. Bambo athu amenewo. Then we have Honorable Catherine Makunganya, Vice President Afford. We have Honorable Nelson Mataya Nyirenda, who is the National Organizing Secretary from Afford. And we have Honorable Japi Mtua Mhango, the Vice President of DPP Northern Region. I will skip the chair. I'll come next to the chair. We have Honorable Alfred Gangata, Vice President Central Region DPP. Next to him we have Honorable Mary Navicha, Director of Women National DPP. We have next to her Honorable Jimwemwe Chipungu, the Presidential Advisor on Organization DPP. And then we have Honorable Emmanuel Ntunga, Director of Youth, coming from Afford. We have Honorable Reverend Malani Ntonga, who is the the chair for the Presidential Council from our fort, and myself, the National Organizing Secretary of the incoming DPP. Let me welcome you all to this press briefing. Before we go further, I would like to ask our chair for tonight's press briefing, Honorable Jean Matanga, who is our Director of Elections in the DPP, and also someone that has been following the elections, heading the team from our side, to make a brief statement, and then we'll proceed after she has given us her speech. Honorable Chair, it's your time to address the press. Thank you.
Zikomo kwambiri, ndiyambe ndi kupereka ulemu kwa akuluakulu onse amene tachokera ku chipani cha DPP, chipani cha Afford, komanso LEF, amene tonse tili ma partners in this new government. Ndimafuna ndikulandirenso atolankhani nonse amene mwafika lero. Zikomo kwambiri, ndimafotokoza kuti ndikufuna ndikulandireni atolankhani nonse ku nyumba zonse zolutsira mawu amene muli nafe lero madzulo ano. Zikomo chifukwa chakumva kuyitana kuti tiyankhule kwa mtundu wa Malawi. Timakuthokoza nthawi zonse kuti mukamva kuyitana mumabwera simanyalanyaza, mumadziwa kuti udindo wanu ndoti mutumikire mtundu wa Malawi kuti udziwe kuti zikuchitika ndi zinthu zotani. Ndiye madzulo ano ineyo malo mwa partners athu, malo mwa chipani cha DPP, komanso chipani cha Afford, chipani cha LEF, komanso NDP amene tili ma partners mu chisankho chimenechi. Ndimafuna ndikulandirenso nonse, koma tabwera ndi uthenga umene ofuna tiyankhule ku mtundu wa Malawi kudzera mwa inu atolankhani athu. Uthenga wathu ine ndiyamba kuyankhula mu Chizungu, komano ndipemphanso a Vice President athu Honorable Jabe Mhango kuchokera ku Northern Region kuti autanthauzire mu Chichewa kuti Amalawi onse amve. Koma inenso ndiyankhula mu Chizungu chifukwa tifunanso kuti ma donors ndi anthu ena akunja tini ma observers amene abwera kwathu ku Malawi kuno kudzaonera chisankho chathu kuti amve kuti kodi anthu mugwirizano umenewu anduthenga otani kupita kwa Malawi komanso kupita kwa dziko lonse amene akhala kutsatira chisankho chimene chachitika ku Malawi kuno. Ndiye ndiyamba motere. Fellow Malawians, members of the press, representatives of the international community, our loyal supporters, and all those who voted for change in Malawi, good evening. We are compelled to address you on a most pertinent issue, the outcome of the election whose votes you cast on Tuesday, 16th September. As you witnessed, and as the media itself testified, the voice of Malawians rang clear and equivalent across the country. Through the ballot, Malawians spoke resoundingly, peacefully and powerfully. And in their vote, the will of the nation was revealed. People from all walks of life across all the regions of this country stood in long lines, some coming straight from fuel queues, stood in long lines, some coming straight from at their workplaces to affirm their democratic right. The same democratic right we settled for in the referendum of 1993. However, in the past few days and hours, we have seen the party which rejected this very democracy in 1993 seek to discredit the very foundation of it, a democratic election. While the results have been streaming and the voters have indeed confirmed that the results are reflective of the situation in this country, we have witnessed a tireless campaign of misinformation and indeed an attempt to usurp the will of the people. Through all their antics, the Democratic Progressive Party, as a party founded on democratic principles and committed to the rule of law, we have opted to stay sane and let the due electoral process be conducted in line with the law. Our sanity, however, has been misinterpreted by some sectors as a sign that we are not sure of the electoral result, nor are we committed to defending the democracy of this country. We are addressing you now to put the record straight. The DPP is sure of the electoral numbers, and it is committed to safeguarding Malawi democracy. Threatened by the standard language and dishonorable victory laps that the party, which has always been a stand on Malawi democracy, has been making, Malawian voters have been asking us if their vote is safe. We are here to assure you, Malawians, your vote is safe. Your vote will be respected. And no amount of disinformation or noise can change the truth that lies in the ballot box and is now safe in safe custody of the Malawi Electoral Commission. We want to assure Malawians your vote is safe with Malawi Electoral Commission. Now, before I clarify a few things that might have caused unease in the Malawian voters, let me walk you through the voting process. When the polls closed on 16th September, your ballots were counted right there at the polling station. I'm sure you remember that. This was done in an open and transparent manner in full view of party monitors, MEC staff, and independent observers. Every single party that fielded monitors saw those ballots with their own eyes, including independent candidates' monitors. They were present to see that. Once counted, those results were carefully recorded on an official MEC form. That form was signed by the presiding officer, and most importantly, it was signed by the monitors from every political party present, including those of parties that are joining hands to dismiss a legitimate and honest process. They also had monitors witnessing the process. It is those signed forms that are the bedrock of this election, nothing else. These forms are the hard and physical evidence that MEC will use to make a determination of the final result. This election will not be determined by the forged and AI-generated documents that are being shared on social media. No. And we have got every confidence as the Democratic Progressive Party and our partners. We have got every confidence. And the DPP, as the biggest political party in Malawi, with a track record of winning free and fair democratic elections, will make sure that we protect and guard the people's vote. We collected all these legitimately signed forms from across the country. We have them. We have kept them somewhere, not close to us, but at a very safe place. We have every result sheet from all the polling stations across the nation. We targeted them at the station, that's the polling station, constituency tally center, as well as at district levels. We had all our monitors in all those places. Not only that, we secured these forms to ensure that the truth at the polls cannot be altered by anyone. So, if anyone is thinking that they can change even a single digit between the polling station and the fine at the National Tally Center, they're just wasting their time. We have the evidence. We have the evidence, equally signed by your own monitors, and will not hesitate to use it for any legal process and outcome. And now, elections documents may come with some discrepancies to the National Tally Center, but this is the reason why we have a verification process. And that's what is happening now at the National Tally Center. So no one should use that as a reason to say that something is wrong with the election. That process is taking place. We've got our monitors at the National Tally Center, and we're getting feedback every other hour. So we know what is happening. Let me assure all Malawians. And this far, as the Democratic Progressive Party, we can say that we are satisfied with the process. Now, I should also address another important aspect of the electoral process, and this is transparency. Each election, for it to be considered as legitimate to the voters, it needs to be a transparent process. A voter should know what is happening and not be kept in the dark. However, for the first time in our history, we saw state institutions crowding the democratic space in a time of election. This is the first time. While MEC has yet to determine the results or indeed respond to any complaints, we have seen the police coming out to arrest officials claiming they falsified records. With MEC having not announced, we ask, which records did they falsify? Because we haven't been told as stakeholders. Which ones are the correct records? Again, another question, is the Malawi police mandated to interfere in elections like this, or this is just an overreach? We ask of our security organs, do not be party to betraying the trust of Malawians. This is the time to stand guard of the Constitution, not a politician or a political party with ill intentions, no. Despite all this, however, as the DPP, we choose to be constructive. We know, and our partners, we choose to be constructive. We know that once all this drama closes, we'll have the responsibility of building a Malawi that transcends regions, religions, and tribes. A Malawi for all. It is for this reason that we are avoiding incendiary remarks and indeed dismissing a legitimate process. We respect democracy, we respect the rule of law. We just want to remind the Malawi Electoral Commission of its own promise that the will of the people will be upheld. As the DPP, and together with our partners, we are carefully monitoring the situation. And we trust that our democracy and indeed the integrity of our institutions will not be sacrificed just to please a few individuals who have problems accepting a democratic outcome. We also do trust that our institutions cannot be hijacked to preside over a scandalous result or indeed an inauguration of a candidate who has lost the election. Our institutions cannot be party to such a plot of subverting the will of the people. Malawi is a constitutional democracy. The law is clear. only MEC has the authority to declare a winner. And only after that declaration can there be an inauguration, not before that. Now, my message to all Malawians, to you, my fellow Malawians, I say this: please remain calm. Be assured, your vote has been counted. No vote has been lost. Your vote has been counted, and your will has been recorded. What you chose will have to be respected. And it was signed for by MEC, by our monitors, and by the very parties now crying foul. They were part of it, signing those documents. We have those records with us. Do not let the noise shake your confidence. Do not let reckless voices from people crying after opportunities to keep robbing this country disturb your peace. This country runs on the rule of law, and it has strong institutions. Our commitment to you, fellow Malawians, as the Democratic Progressive Party, together with our partners, we commit ourselves to fully to this rule of law and to the democratic will of the Malawian people. Let me also be clear: we in the Democratic Progressive Party and our partners will not be dragged into a battle of lies. We will fight, only with facts, nothing else. And the facts are clear. They are written on thousands of result sheets across this nation. And we would like to remind the Malawi Congress Party that the legitimacy to govern comes only from the people of Malawi, through the ballot. Through the ballot. No party, no aspirant, no group of elites can force themselves upon the people. Power rests with the people always, nobody else. That is why we say to the Malawi Congress Party, slow down, look in the mirror, ask yourselves the hard questions. We know it's always difficult to ask yourselves hard questions, but we're asking you now, please ask yourselves these hard questions. How did you end up here? What has happened? Do not blame others. You have only yourselves to blame. You failed to govern. You failed to deliver. Remember those fuel queues, hunger, forex shortages, skyrocketing prices, no passports, endless crisis. Remember all that. So these were the true rigors of the election, nothing else. Long before a single vote was cast, you had already lost the people with all this. Malawi's democracy has come of age. Our people know the weight of their vote. They know the importance of their vote. It's their right, it's their voice. They understand the consequences of giving power to incompetence. They've seen it before. Now, this time, they chose change. And no amount of propaganda or rhetoric can thwart the will of people. In conclusion, let us await MEC's final declaration with confidence and calm, with the expectation that all due processes will be followed, because even as we speak, the truth is already known. They tried to suppress it with illegal orders to our media houses, but it was already late. It was too late. The truth was already in our WhatsApp chats and was still on the social media pages of the media houses. So this same truth is equally safe in the ballot boxes. And it is safe with us from the copies of the result sheets we got as participants in this election. So let me assure Malawians, we are there for you. Let's hold hands. This election was already won. The change is here. So let me thank you all, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
osayiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.